Hey, how's it going? So, from the Idaho Press, Representative Nichols, who I don't know, but I am going to find out, talks to Brietbart of defunding Boise State University objections to diversity programs. And this article is by Betsy Z. Russell from Russell at idahopress.com. I need to start remember citing crap. All right, in Boise, freshman Representative Tammy Nichols gave an interview to Breitbart News over the weekend that led to a story saying Idaho legislators are considering defunding Boise State University because new president Marlene Tromp is trying to implement a leftist agenda. Okay. I don't think I used the term leftist agenda, Nichols told the Idaho Press on Monday. But mine was that, yeah, there needs to be more accountability. I believe there needs to be more transparency, and if we're not happy with what's transpiring, then maybe we shouldn't be funding it. I agree. But I don't know exactly what's going on, so we put a lot of money from our state that the taxpayers are paying for to help fund these universities. And basically, we're paying for our kids to be indoctrinated, Nichols R. Middleton told Breitbart. Host Matthew Boyle, Breitbart News is a far-right syndicate news opinion and commentary website. Okay. First off, hold on. What's her name? Betsy Russell? Your statement's wrong on that. Breitbart is not a far-right syndicate news. It is a conservative news, but it's not far-right. And by labeling that, you're changing the language that the left has used to call them white supremacy and Nazis. And so, let's stay. Okay. Breitbart article suggested that an email newsletter about diversity programs to which 28 Idaho GOP state representatives objected was written by Tromp, not Trump, but Tromp with an O, and that it detailed the new president's plan for new programs at BSU. Actually, the June newsletter was written by interim president Martin Schimpf, who preceded Trump and highlighted existing programs. We see what's coming out of our universities on a daily basis. They just have the climate rallies and other protests and things that are transpiring throughout the nation, Nicole said on the program. It's a huge concern. It is. I agree with that. No public teacher should be able to manipulate and brainwash children for their political agenda, because these kids don't have politics. They don't know, and they're just going to follow what the adults say. It's horrible. Of course, college students. Okay, I'm talking about younger kids. I guess college students, well, they should have some idea, but it seems like they don't. All right. Trump, in response to several contacts about the Breitbart article, sent out a statement Monday that said in part, I and others on my staff have actively reached out and met with leaders from across the state of Idaho to learn their thoughts on these and other issues pertaining to higher education, and we will continue to do so. This university has been led by a succession of prestigious leaders, among them a longtime Republican politician, a storied administrator, and an interim president who was a teacher and administrator in Idaho for over 30 years, Trump wrote. Every student support and faculty training program at Boise State existed before I arrived in July, some of them for decades. My predecessors who developed these programs were embedded in the community and striving to serve the state. My goal is to do the same, to serve the people of the state of Idaho by supporting our students, blah, blah, blah. Excellent graduates who go on to positively impact the statement. And we have been incredibly successful. We have served more students, improved the rate of graduation significantly, and done so with the most economically efficient degree delivery in the state. She also noted, much of what you may have heard or read is based on misperceptions about the programming at Boise State and other Idaho public universities. For example, Boise State does not hold segregated graduations like Harvard does. Yes, Harvard does segregation, and it's disgusting. Nor do we offer separate scholarships for illegals. The state legislature set the guidelines for state scholarships, which is good. Nichols made both those claims in her Brietbart interview. House Majority Leader Mike Moyle, R. who was among the 28 state representatives who signed the initial letter, said, "I can tell you this. I have met with Marlene a couple of times. I like her a lot. She's cool." Okay. Who cares if she's cool? It's what policy she's doing. As far as the legislator defunding BSU, he said, "I don't see that happening." So, I bet you Boise State University, in my opinion, is probably funding this guy, if he's coming out saying that. That's how it usually works. But I could be wrong. I don't know the guy. "I think there will be discussions," Moyle said, adding that he's heard from some lawmakers who want to whack Idaho's higher education budget. He said he's concerned about student tuition and fee increases. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Colleges don't need to increase their fucking tuition and fees. All it does is put money in the pockets of the deans and stuff. "Anybody at any time can try to cut the funding, but I don't see the funding being cut," Moyle said. "I just see there being a lot more questions." Nichols says she's traveled a lot over the summer and hasn't had time to meet with Trump. "I'm sure she's a very competent person, and I think it would be great for many of us to sit down with her and discuss this further," Nichols said. I'm all for looking at all the sides of the issues. I'm not someone that's minds cannot be changed on anything." Okay. Kind of sounds like to me that Nichols has hearsay of what's going on. She thinks because of what's going on in the country that it might be happening here. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. Because there's no evidence on either side of what she alleged. Okay. All right. Well, I'll look into this further with Moyle, and maybe there's more articles. I don't know. But definitely don't want what happened to Evergreen to happen here in Idaho. So, all right, like, subscribe, share, comment, bell notification, whatever. Okay, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.